Hi, in this video I am going to explain what I learned in week 2, which mainly focused on project management, PMBOK concepts along with some basics of databases and programming. First, I learned about what a project actually is. A project is something temporary that is done to create a unique product, service or result. For example, developing a mobile app or building a website would be considered a project because it has a clear start and end. Then we moved on to project management, which is basically using skills, tools, and techniques to complete a project successfully. A project manager has to plan everything carefully, manage risks, control the scope, and make sure everything is completed on time and within budget. One of the most important things I learned was about project constraints. This includes scope, time, cost, quality, risk, resources, and stakeholder expectations. These constraints are all connected, so if one changes, the others are affected. For example, if you increases the scope of project, you might need more time and more money. Or if you reduce the time, the quality might decrease. So project managers need to balance all these factors carefully. Another important concept was stakeholders. Stakeholders are people or groups who are involved in or affected by the project. This can include clients, team members, managers, or even external organizations. Managing stakeholder expectation is very important because their satisfaction determines whether the project is successful. In addition to this, we learned about PMBOK, which stands for the Project Management Body of Knowledge. It provides a structured framework that helps project managers to manage projects effectively. According to the PMBOK, a project is managed through five main process groups. These are initiating, planning, executing, monitoring, and controlling and closing. These stages represent the full life cycle of a project. For example, in the initiating phase, the project idea is defined. In the planning phase, everything like schedule, cost, and resources is planned. During execution, the actual work is carried out. Monitoring and controlling ensures everything is going according to the plan. And finally, closing is when the project is completed and delivered. We also learned about knowledge areas in PMBOK, which are different aspects of project management that need to be handled properly. These include things like scope, schedule, cost, quality, resources, communication, risk, procurement, and stakeholder management. Each of these knowledge areas focus on a specific part of the project, and together they ensure that the project is managed effectively. One key point mentioned in the lecture is that integration management acts like the glue, connecting all these areas together. We also learn about the project management process groups, which are the main stages of a project. This including initiating, planning, executing, monitoring, and controlling and closing. These stages help organize the project from start to finish. After that, the lecture introduced risk management. Risk is any uncertainty that can affect the project. For example, delays, budget issues, or unexpected problems. The process of managing risk includes identifying risks, assessing them, developing responses, and controlling them throughout the project. Finally, we covered some basics of database and programming. A database is used to store and organize data. We learned about different types of data models and how databases use languages like DDL and DML to define and manage data. In programming, we learned that a program is a set of instructions given to a computer. The process includes defining the problem, designing a solution, writing the code, and testing. We also learned about input, process, and output model, which explains how data flows through a system. At first, I had some doubts about how the different knowledge areas and process groups in PMBOK fit together, but after revising the lecture slides and connecting them with real world examples, I was able to gain a clear understanding of how they collectively help manage projects effectively. Overall, this week helped me understand how projects are managed using PMBOK concepts and how technical concepts like databases and programming supports real-world systems. Thank you.